Hi guys, I'm Kitty and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a haul. I'm going to put a little bit of disclaimer because I know sometimes book haul gets hate. If you give me hate, I will just delete you. I will not engage. But one, I work very hard in the job that I do. I also, this is not like it's just 1 month. This is a combination of February, March, April and May. And my money, my rules, like how I want to spend it. Anyway, with that disclaimer over, also grab yourself a drink, grab yourself a snack. We're gonna be here a while. I think there's at least, I want to say, 40 books here. So we will start with the middle grade. So I got Amari and the Night Brothers. This is the, I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the Waterstones edition. It has been signed by B.B. Alston himself. So this follows Amari. Her brother's gone missing. She gets a suitcase in a wardrobe and has to investigate. Really enjoyed this. I loved Amari as a character. Not really a lot to say on that one, but I did enjoy it. So that is that one. Then we have got Me, My Dad and the End of the Rainbow. This is June's pick for Middle Grade Monthly, hosted by Gavin and Jade from JD Ray Reads. I will leave both channels down below. So this follows a young boy. I think he knows that his mum and dad are hiding a secret from him and he's determined to find out what that secret is. Also, Maddie from Book Browsing blog is holding a readathon called Whatever next month, and this will fit the LGBTQ plus prompt, so I'm looking forward to reading that. So yeah, so that's that one. Then we have got May's middle grade monthly pick. This is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky by Kwame Mabala. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. So I believe this follows Tristan, and I think he punches a tree and that somehow opens the universe. I don't know much more than that. I am intrigued to get into this. This is quite a chunky middle grade though. But yeah, looking forward to seeing what this one is about. Then I'm going to go into Fairy Loot books. So in January we got Law. I believe this follows Gods. I think they get cast down for a week and they have to compete in challenges. Could be completely wrong. I've heard mixed things about this one, so I'm intrigued to see where I sit with that one. Then February's pick was this Golden Flame. Again, I don't know much more about this one. And then we have got March's pick. This is The Bright and the Pale. This is Pearl Fantasy by Jessa Rebekowski. Sorry if I butchered that one as well. So I believe this is Pearl Fantasy. I am going to save this one though for Pearlathon next year if that's a thing. If not, I will just read it in the winter months. And then we have got April's pick, which was The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This has been getting quite a lot of good reviews, so I'm really excited to dive into this one. Then we will go to right, we'll go to this side next. So we have got the Monte Cristo. This is a big book. This, I believe, is based on an actual true story. I think it's a revenge plot. So yeah, really intrigued to find this one. I don't think I'm going to get to it anytime soon, but you never know. So that's that one. And then we have got, in this box, we have got, so I was watching Ashley from a Frolics Through Fictions interview with Justin T. Kohler, and he was saying about the Belgariad series. I think he was talking about the Belgariad series, and then it reminded me of my love for it. So I've picked up the Belgariad series, which is The Pawn of Prophecy, Queen of Sorcery. I think that one is the last one. I think it's Magician's Gambit, Enchanter's Endgame, and then Castle of Wizardry. I could have got that order wrong. I probably have. So in The Pawn of Prophecy, we follow a young lad called Garion. He basically finds some stuff out, and I just love this series. It's definitely due a reread to see what I actually think of it now as an adult, because I read this when I was, I think, a teenager was when Dad recommended me these, because I think I'd read most, or if not all, of my kids' books. So my dad was like, well, why don't you read these? And I thoroughly enjoyed this one. So I am, again, looking forward to rereading that one. Then we will go to this stack next. So we have got The Black Kids by Kristen Hammonds Reed. I believe that this is kind of on the same vein as The Hate U Give. I believe, well, I'll just read you the back. It says, Los Angeles, 1992. Ashley Bennett's life is perfect, living in a big house on the right side of town. Her parents have worked hard to create a model black family image and ensure Ashley and her sister are protected and safe. Then 4 LAPD officers are acquitted after beating a black man, Rodney King, half to death. Suddenly, Ashley is not just one of the girls, she's one of the black kids. As violent protests engulf the city, Ashley's own world starts to burn. The prejudice of her friends rise to the surface, and her family splinters and crack. Suddenly, Ashley questions who is us and who is them. So yeah, I think this is going to be quite hard hitting. I am looking forward to diving into more POC books. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. And then today, tonight, and tomorrow, I believe this is an Enemies to Lovers. This is by Rachel Lynn Simmons, and I was shocked to find out this is the author of You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone and Our Year of Maybe. I believe I've heard someone talk about Our Year of Maybe, and I think it could be Maddie. But anyway, I was watching. Who was I watching? I think I was watching Haley from Haley in Bookland, and she was saying about this one, and I quite like the enemies to lovers trope, which I think this one is. So yes, I'm looking forward to that one. Now this one is a no judge. So I have heard mixing about this book, and I'm one of them people where I'm like, So I know this book is probably gonna be awful, but I am intrigued. So this is after, I believe it's like a Harry Styles fanfic. But yeah, I am gonna read this at some point. Then we have got Malice, which is I want to say a Sleeping Beauty retelling or reimagining. What does the thing say? Yeah, I think it's a Sleeping Beauty retelling, but I think that the evil witch fancies, or they basically Sleeping Beauty and the evil witch have a thing together. I'm not sure. I've not read it yet, so but I am really looking forward to this. This is Malice by Heather Walter. So yes, looking forward to diving into that one. And then we've got I Think I Love You, which is, I think, Sapphic. And I think it is, again, an enemies to lovers story. I'm going to leave this one for later on because, I think this will fit into the LGBT prompt for Whatever-a-thon. And this is by, I'm not even going to, okay, there you go. There's the author's name. Then we will go on to this stack. So then I got, I'll put a picture of Get a Life Chloe Brown up here for a minute. So I got Get a Life Chloe Brown. In that one, you follow Chloe, who is, I think she suffers from chronic pain, if I remember correctly. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. Great time. Then I got Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I have read this, thoroughly enjoyed this. I was laughing quite a lot. Yeah, highly amusing, this book, really enjoy it. Then we have got Act Your Age, Eve Brown. This is by Talia Hibbert also. This follows Eve. I could be wrong, not read it. And I think this is again enemies to lovers. They're enemies for now, so yeah. This is enemies to lovers as well, so yeah, I quite enjoy that trope. But yeah, I think she's spoiled. I think her parents have had enough of her drama, and basically they tell her to act your age. So yes, looking forward to reading that one. Then the Library of Lost Things. I can't actually remember what this one is about. I think it could be a Pride and Prejudice retelling. I could be completely wrong. Let's have a look, actually. From the moment she first learned to read, literary genius Darcy Wells has spent most of her time living in the world of her books. There she can avoid the crushing reality of her mother's hoarding and pretend her life is simply ordinary. But when a property manager becomes more active in the upkeep of their apartment complex, the only home Darcy has ever known outside her books, suddenly hangs in the balance. While Darcy is struggling to survive beneath the weight of her mother's compulsive shopping, Asha Fleet, a former teen pilot with unexpected shattered life, walks into the bookstore where she works, and straight into her heart. For the first time in her life, Darcy can't seem to find the right words. Anyway, I could be completely wrong, but it does sound really interesting. Again, I have seen, I think it was Haley that I saw recommend this one. And then, so, no doubt you guys have probably watched Gavin's vlog for Den of Vipers, but I saw him and Mel, Jaleesa, and I can't think of what her name is. They were all doing Olivia Latte or something like that. I'll leave all the channels down below if I can find them. But they were reading Den of Vipers, and their reaction made me intrigued. So I'm actually got Den of Vipers. I'm actually doing buddy read with Lisa. Again, I'll leave her channel down below. But I believe it's quite messed up, and Chloe from Chloe Reads Books rated it 4 stars. So I'm really intrigued to see what I think of this one. But yes, I am definitely excited to read this one. I don't know if excited is the right word, but yeah, we'll see. Then we have got Perfect on Paper. Again, this was one that I saw from Maddie. Again, I think this is LGBT. I think it's a sapphic romance. I think it's a second chance romance. So yes, definitely looking forward to reading this one. Then we have Belle Revolte. Again, I don't know much about this. I will say I saw it on Amazon and I just like the cover. So let's have a look. Emilia Desmarais is more at home holding scalpels and embroidery needles, and is desperate to escape her noble roots to serve her country as a physician. But society dictates that a noble lady cannot perform such gruesome work. Annette Boucher, overlooked and overworked by her family, wants more from life than her humble beginnings, and longs to be trained in magic. So when a strange noble girl offers Annette the chance of a lifetime, she accepts. Ooh, So I think they swap lives. I really like that trope when someone pretends to be someone else. So yeah, that sounds really good. I'm definitely looking forward to reading that one. Then we have Through the White Wood by Jessica Leake. This is the second book to Beyond the Darkened Shore, which I got in a Fairy Loot a couple of years back, but I like to have the full series before I read it, just in case I like it. So there's that one. Then we have the Babysitter Coven. I don't know much about this one. This is by Kate Williams. On the back it says the paper was yellowed with an illustration of roses in the corner, and a few lone words were written in feminine script. Dear Cassandra, find the babysitter, love Mum. I was taking a sip of Coke and choked. I took the note and examined it as if I might be able to read between its 3 lines. I looked back up at Cassandra. What does this mean? Cassandra rolled her eyes. I think it means to find the babysitter. So that's what I did. Now we have to figure out what's next. Ooh, that sounds like it's going to be quite funny. We were up next. The Southern Book Club Guides to Slaying Vampires. I believe this is a vampire story. I got this because I want to read in it October. I want to read some creepy books. You'll see when I do a bookshelf tour that I have at the bottom, you guys can't see it, but at the bottom of one of the shelves I've got all my thrillers and stuff. So I think this will be great to read in that. I might do like a month-long vlog for that. If you guys are interested in that idea, let me know. Then we have got Docile. I believe this one is quite dark, so please take precaution if you're going to buy this or read it. But this is the Burned Book Club pick for May and June, hosted by Maddie from Book Browse and Blog and Spooks from Spoopy Hole. But yeah, I believe this is quite messed up also. Yeah, not a lot to tell you about that one. I do know that Maddie really loves it though. Then we have got The Ravens by Cass Morgan and Danielle Page. I believe it's a sorority witches thing. Yeah, it's a sorority with their witches. I think they have to work together and I don't think they like each other, so I think it's going to be quite interesting to see where that one goes. Then I am trying to read more diversity. As you probably can see, I've got like LGBT books, I've got POC books in. So I saw Mel from Mel Reads talking about Wings of Ebony by J. Ellie. I believe it's I'm not even, yeah, I don't really know what it's about, but I am looking forward to reading this one. Again, like I said, I do want to read more diversely. Then I have got I was watching, as you can tell, I watch too much BookTube and I get a load of books. So I was watching Meg from Meg with Books, and one of her favourite series is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodore Goss. I believe she really likes it. Well, it's one of her favourite series. So I got The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter. I then also got The Sinister Mystery of the Mesmerizing Girl by Theodore Goss. Then I also got European Travel for Monstrous Gentlewomen. I believe it's like a murder mystery. So yeah. Talking of murder mystery, let's take that pile up next. So I read Girl A. I also put Girl A up by Abigail Dean. So with this one, the premise sounded really good, but I was so let down by this book. I gave it 2 stars. So in this one, we followed Girl A. Her family have abused her quite badly. She manages to escape, and basically she inherits, I don't think it's a spoiler, I actually think it says, yeah, it does. So she inherits a family home. She has to talk to her siblings to see what they want to do with the house, basically, and we go on from there. I liked, I would say, the first 100 pages, but then it was just too long. I really didn't like this. I will be unhauling this at some point, so yes, you'll probably see this book not too soon again, because I will be unhauling that one. Then we have got Watch Her Fall. I believe this is a revenge ballerina story. Am I right in that? Ballet. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's going to be, I hope this is quite dark. Because again, I was let down by Girl A, so hopefully this one will be a little bit better. I'm looking forward to this one. I should be reading this soon because it's actually on my TBR. Then we got Ninth House. I've been umming and ahhing about this book because this year, again, I kind of want to push myself out of my comfort zone, because before this year, I didn't really read, sorry, got something on my eye. I didn't really read, romance books, but I really enjoyed Get Like Chloe Brown, and like Take a Hint, Dani Brown is like one of my favorite books of this year, if not my favorite book of the year. So I do want to push myself out of my comfort zone. So this follows Alex Stern. I believe, again, it's like a mystery. I don't know much about this one, but I just want to push myself out of my comfort zone. So yes, I'm looking forward to reading that one. Then she read, so this is The Family Upstairs by Lisa Joel. This follows, basically there's 3 dead bodies. Yeah, 3 dead bodies, 2 families, 1 house. This was so confusing to begin with. I'm so glad that India, from what India read, I watched their vlog, because they were, well, she was reading this. But yeah, it's confusing to begin with, but if you do keep reading, because I think I will, like, I was going to DNF this, but I was like, no, I don't want to DNF it. But yeah, I enjoyed it in the end. I gave it 4 stars, so yeah, really enjoyed that one. Then again, I want to push myself out of my comfort zone. So I've got Night Film, which I think, by the sound of it, is going to be like a murder mystery, but it's also like mixed media, so I'm like really looking forward to getting to this one. She's quite chunky. So this is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. Really looking forward to reading that one. And then, you know how we all say don't judge a book by its cover? This one's beautiful. So I don't know anything about this other than it's a pretty cover. I do believe it's a FBI story where the FBI are trying to rope this woman into helping them and become an informant. Other than that, I don't really know much about it. I was just drawn in by how pretty the cover is. So yeah. Again, I believe this is POC written. So again, I just want to diverse what I am reading. And then we have got, we'll do this one next. So this is Soul Leveling Volume 1. So I actually didn't pick this one up. My boyfriend, who is a non-reader, picked this up. We we went to Waterstones, and all the way there, he was taking the mick. He was like, Waterstones is rubbish. It's boring. I don't like it. Now, I can be in Waterstones for anything up to 10 minutes to an hour. Anyway, so he was like, are you ready yet? And I was like, no, I'm not ready. We were in the YA section, and the store that we go to, their manga is near the near the YA bit. So he was looking at that, and then he actually picks this up. So I believe this character has an awakening, and they get ranked. Now, he's ranked E rank, which is the worst one. He has to accomplish missions to rank, like, to level up. But he's actually read this in the same day that he bought it, which I'm really impressed. Also, I think by now you guys will have seen my TBR. I said to my boyfriend, because obviously you would have seen that there's shadow pick, there's also boyfriend pick. And I said to him, would I be right in assuming that if that comes up, you'd want me to read this one? And he was like, yes. So, yeah, I will be diving into this one at some point. I am really looking forward to this one, though, because he doesn't read, and he really enjoyed it. He said he would give it a 3 stars, so, yeah, not bad coming from a non-reader. Right. Oh, we're nearly there. So in that same Waterstones trip, I picked up this one. Now, I've never heard of this one. Or I just didn't pay attention, because this is actually the sequel to a memory called Empire. So I wanted to pick up a book that I'd never heard of. So I picked this up because I'd never heard of it, and it sounded intriguing from the synopsis. But then when I came home, I realised it's a sequel. So I had to get the sequel, well, the beginning book. This is a memory called Empire. I think it's going to be like a space mystery, because I'm just going to read like the top bit. It says, Ambassador Mahit Damar is posted far from her mining station home to the Empire's glorious capital. Yet when she arrives, she discovers her predecessor was murdered, but no one will admit his death wasn't accidental, and she might be next. So I believe she's going to investigate this, and it sounds really intriguing. So then we have got The Last Astronaut. Again, I don't know much apart from, I believe, Sally Jensen, who is a NASA commander, is retired, and because they think that Earth is in danger, they convince her to come back, and I think she's going to end up going back into space. So yeah, quite looking forward to reading sci-fi. Again, I want to push myself out of my comfort zone. So yeah, looking forward to that one. And then I am reading XX. I don't know who the author is because I've taken the dust jacket off. I am 66 pages into this. This is chunky and it's pretty dense. But hopefully I'll pick this up. And now we are on to the last pile. Right, so we'll do. So I am a Patreon of Jade. She does a buddy read with her Patreons. So this month is Jade City. I believe this is like a mafia story. I believe you have Jade, and Jade is like a hard to get substance. I don't know. All I know is people really seem to love this one. So I got Jade City, and then I got Jade War. So I'm really looking forward to reading them too. And then, talking of Jade, we'll keep on the Jade theme. She did an interview with Sebastian de Castell, and oh my god, if you guys haven't watched that, please go and watch it. I'll leave a link to that video if I can. He was just, I think, I can't remember who said it, but everyone who watched that was like, oh my god, he's so nice. Like, I think he's BFFs now with Jade, and that's just amazing. So I got Traitor's Blade. This is one of Jade's favorite series of all time. I believe that there's, how did Jade, I can't remember how Jade. So I think the Great Coats have been disbanded, and I think they've also been framed for something that they've not done. And that leaves them to go, like, they have to disband and go to different places. I'm not sure. But yeah, I know Jade loves it when people read her favourite books. So yeah, looking forward to getting to this one either next month or maybe even today, because I have actually finished my latest book. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite dark just based on the cover, because like, look at that, there's like blood spatter. So yeah, then there's been a lot of hype around this series. So I've actually got From Blood and Ash, and I will leave, I think, oh, what's it called? Is it called A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire? If it is, it'll be there. In this one, we follow Poppy. She is a maiden. She's waiting to go to Ascension, which basically means she cannot be locked. She cannot be touched. Like, if she goes out, she has to wear a veil. No one can speak to her apart from specific people that have been told they can. I can't remember where I'm up to on this because my bookmark fell out as I was getting this pile of books together. But yeah, I was enjoying it. I am a bit worried because books 1 and 2 got... Book 1 got a lot of great hype. I think book 2 got an okay. And then book 3, people have been saying it's quite boring, so I am a bit scared. But I'm enjoying this one of what I've read. And then this is going to be the kind of Ashley inspired one. So again, going back to Justin T. Cool, he was being interviewed by Ashley. He was saying about favourite series, and again, you all have seen the Belgariad series by now. He was basically saying about favourite book series, and that made me think, my dad recommends books to me and I haven't read them. Well, I've read the Belgariad series, I love that. But then I was like, I basically got The Eye of the World. This is quite chunky, but my dad loves this series. I also know that Brandon Sanderson finishes the last, is it 2 or 3 books? So yeah, I don't know much about this. I just know that it's quite a well-beloved fantasy series. So there's that one. And then the final book, again, is by Justin. It says Justin Cole, but it's Justin T. Cole. This is Master of Sorrow. I believe, from what I remember, this is, I think it's when the person starts out good and then he turns into the villain, I think. I could be completely wrong. I've not read this yet, so I don't know. I am quite excited by this because, again, Ashley was interviewing him, and he basically said this series is going to be like split into 4 trilogies. So yes, that's quite exciting. But yes. And there we go, guys. That is all the books that I've hauled in the last couple of months. Well, it's not really, because I know I've still got some books to come. But yes, that is a lot of books. I have got a lot of reading to do and find somewhere to put all these books. Like I said, please don't judge. I think most of you are the same. You buy books. It makes you feel good. Yeah, let me know what you guys have bought, if you bought anything, which books, if you've read any of these that you think I should prioritise. And that is gonna be it for this video. Bye guys.